Yeah. Yeah, we're back. That is a little bright. Maybe I need to maybe I need to adjust that. Not sure yet. Ooh, got a got a studio. You little gato need to calm down. So it's kind of like a studio, I guess. Not really. Oof, that's a little bright. Let's turn it up a little bit. See if that. Oof. Yeah, that's still. Ah, what's up, Zach? How are you? It's been a hot minute, man. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Just trying to get all situated and make sure I'm centered here. There we go. What's going on, man? How are you? Go, stop. Dude, my cat's just hitting the freaking the table and is messing everything up. I gotta steady this out. Good to see you, man. But yeah, so today, get started. Today, I mean, welcome back. I'm gonna be officially doing this way more. Uh, I am back to back to the grind, I guess you can say, to doing what I love to do 100% of the time, and that's this, right? Giving value, training, coaching. I'm back full time to doing this, and so today I wanted to get started. So first week of the month, I always try to do something motivational, right? Where we go over mindset, we go over very specific things to help level up the game in all aspects, right? Dakota, welcome. Um, so here in just a minute, today we're going to go over the mindset of a champion, right? And when I think of a champion, it's somebody who's successful, somebody who is doing the things that I want to do, and I've wanted to learn how to do it, right? Ashley, welcome. Toofus, go, dude. My setup is creaky, and my cat loves to rub up on on the table, and it's just shaking the whole thing. Yeah, please don't do that. All right. Well, that's the sideshow for today. But anyways, so I'm gonna go over 5 traits of a champion, and I'm gonna give you 5 ways for us to actually incorporate that in our lives, right? It's been a minute since I've done this, so if I'm a little scattered, enjoy the show. We're having fun, right? So today in particular, well, let me like for those of you that are in here, do you have any comments or thoughts? I'd love to like when you think of a champion or you think of somebody who is doing things that you don't understand or like in a good way, right? We all have that weird cousin that does some weird stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm I'm talking about specifically like, okay, I I see this person doing the thing that I want to do and I want to get there as well. How do I do that? I just realized this is crooked. Oh my gosh, I've been crooked the whole time. You need to give me feedback. This is the first time I'm using the setup, so we're just figuring it out. But anyways, give me some thoughts. Give me something of what you feel when you think of a champion and you think of people who are doing things and accomplishing things that you want to. What are some traits or qualities in them that you wish you had? Zach is back, my man. Glad you're here, dude. For some reason on here, I don't see the chat, but I have it pulled up here as well. So let's see. Can you guys, if you're watching, give a comment real quick just to make sure I can see if this is working or not. If not, I'll have to do something different, but that's okay. Again, just trying to figure things out, but it's all good. Any thoughts? Any comments? Anybody thumbs up or anything that I can let's see if it'll nah, that's okay. Well, that's fine. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I'm gonna repost this anyways. What? Am I? Hold on. Now I like notice the thing behind me. I'm in the basement at my new house. This is the studio for now. Go! Toofus, gosh, dang it. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. I love you, cat. Keep moving the table. There. Making everything shaky. Killing me. All right. Sorry. Okay. So what we're gonna go onto and what I'm gonna talk about today. So mindset of a champion, mindset of successful people, right? Um the there's a couple different qualities, and I'm checking out my notes here because I want to make sure I hit everything. But the biggest thing about that is, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is discipline, right? The very first thing when I think of somebody successful and that's doing things that I really want to, discipline, right? And when we talk about discipline, like they people who are achieving things that we wish we could are constantly, they're not just busy, like they're busy with a purpose. They know exactly what they need to do every single day to achieve their goals, right? And they do those things. So when I think of discipline, I think of, okay, figuring out exactly what I need to do and doing that. Sometimes exactly what we need to do to be successful isn't as crazy as we think it is, right? It's actually way more simple. So they they prioritize the things that they know they need for themselves. Okay. And what I'll do now, I'll go through the traits and then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to give you actionable, like actionable things for you to move forward, for you to actually do something. Because knowing is great. Knowing what you need to do is awesome, but it doesn't matter if you can't actually put it into play, right? So discipline is number one. Okay. And another thing that is super powerful and is super like almost every single person I know that has gone through shit in their lives, okay, is resilient. Every successful person that I've read about, everybody, like they have to go through crap to see what they're capable of. It's like the world is testing them. Like I'm sure you guys have experienced this where you have a crazy goal, something that you really want to do, like it's now March, right? Are you still on your resolutions? Most of us aren't. It is what it is, right? Most of us aren't. I'm not. That sucks to say, but it's true. The things that I wanted to accomplish, I gave up on really quickly, right? And I explained it away. I was like, "Oh, I'm just busy. Like, I got things to do. I have kids. I have whatever the excuse is." Like, I had the opportunity to say, okay, life is crazy right now. How bad do I want this? You know? And I decided at that time, which month and a half ago, it's like I am too busy to prioritize myself. I'm too busy to prioritize my goals, and I crumbled, right? I wasn't resilient. And that's something I really admire in other people that I see that are going through stuff that are like going through divorce, going through custody battles, going through just all kinds of crap in life, losing jobs, getting jobs, death in the family. Like, it doesn't matter what happens to them. They feel it. They're not, I mean, they're not like not people. They're just, people say like, oh, they're just built different. No, they know what they want and they do it in spite of everything. To me, that's what resilience is. It's like when things get hard, to them that proves to them that they're on the right track. And that is something that I have really wanted to improve in my life. Resilience, being able to take on hard stuff and accomplish great things. Because if you have a lot of goals, if you have things that you're trying to do, right, you're going to experience hard things. And a lot of times when we experience hard, people are like, ah, well, it's too hard. That means I can't do it. No, hard things is exactly what we need to get to where we want to go. So when you have goals and when you're trying to incorporate these things in your life, not only expect hard things, but welcome them, challenge them. Like, a month ago, this would have been the end of the road for me, but now I'm just getting started, right? Change your mindset, change your perspective on that. Hard things don't mean that you can't do it. Hard things mean you are on your way and you're doing exactly what you need to do. So confront it head on. There's an analogy or acronym, I guess, for fear. It's face, what is it? Fear, face everything and rise, right? Like we really do have like face everything and rise or forget everything and run. You have a choice. Are you going to do what you know you need to do, or are you going to forget everything that you wanted to do and run? It's up to you. But if you're here and if you're watching this, that means you want to find a way to push through. So let's do it. Okay. There's three more attributes, right? Another one that I thought was really cool and something that was really like pounded in my head during 75 Hard and like listening to Andrew Frisella is learn. Learn new skills, right? A lot of us, our goals are going to be physical. A lot of our goals are going to be mental, but financial is another really, really, really big goal. Okay. And there's a lot of times when we're trying to get somewhere, it's and we have all the like we have all the drive, we have all the motivation in the world, and we try to do something and we can't figure it out. A lot of us give up because we're frustrated. It's not because we can't do it, it's because we just don't know enough, right? So, what we need to do instead is learn, prioritize learning. You know, whether it's a book on finance, whether it's a book on how to be physically fit, whether it's like coming to a live or something like this, hiring a coach, things like that, in order to learn how can I better take care of myself? How can I actually achieve this goal? Right. And those are super huge things that we can do and that we need to do. Right. Because if we can have all the motivation in the world, but if we don't know how to do what we want to do, then of course we're going to give up. Not because we don't want it, we just don't know how, right? So learning specifically about the things that you want to accomplish, okay? And then that leads into this next point, right? You have to know exactly what you want to accomplish, okay? Being a trainer, being a coach for a long time, I have seen so many people come in and say, "Oh yeah, I want to learn, like I want to lose 50 pounds." Okay. If you chop off your leg, that's 50 pounds. Like, oh no, that's not what I meant. I'm like, what did you mean? When you say lose 50 pounds, what is that? Well, I want to get rid of this. Okay, so you want to lose fat, right? Okay, yeah. I want to lose fat. Okay, great. How long? How long are you willing to work at this until you achieve that? Oh, well, I got like 3 months. Okay, 50 pounds in 3 months is a lot, right? Like that is like especially beginning of the year, we have all these goals, we have all these things like, yeah, I want to do this, and this, and they're just vague. I want to make $50,000 this year. I hope you want to make more than that, especially now. But like, okay, what kind of How are you going to do that? What does that mean? $50,000. Okay, $50,000 through your job? Are you going to do like it's not specific. The difference between people who set a crap ton of goals and never achieve them versus somebody who has one or two goals and achieves them is they actually know what they're trying to accomplish. So be as clear and as specific as you possibly can, right? There's going to be some things that I show you today on how to actually help do that. And there might be a time where where I do a live on just that because it's we can get into some really cool stuff with that. But the next and probably in my opinion, the thing that encircles all of these is they successful people, champions have an insane work ethic. Insane. Like it doesn't make sense to normal people. Two people come to mind. Two people right away when I think about this, and that's Michael Jordan, David Goggins. Okay. They worked an insanely amount that people were scared. They were like, dude, you're going to kill yourself. In fact, I know for a fact that David Goggins almost did multiple times, right? Like, there's not a lot of people that can do 4 hell weeks in a calendar year, right? Like, there's just something that happens, but it's not random. They cultivated this, okay? They had a clear goal. They're like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get here, whatever that looks like. And I'm sure they spent a lot of time on a lot of things that actually wasn't what they were supposed to do. But as they learned, as they got better, they were able to fine tune exactly what they needed, right? But they had to work. One of the things that I tell a lot of people who really, really struggle with their diet and their exercise is we're going to do a lot of things, and some of those things don't work, and they're not going to work for you, but that's okay. That's on purpose. That way we know, okay, we tried this, it doesn't work. Let's try something else and find what does work, right? Like a lot of us, like, will say we hit all this, right? We're doing the thing, we're going for it, we have a clear goal, have clear vision, we're learning about it, and we're attacking this only to find out 3 months down the road that what we were doing isn't what we needed to do. It was helpful, but it didn't actually help. And it's like, okay, did I just wasted all that time? You didn't waste that time. You now know what doesn't work for you. So now is the chance to pivot, change your perspective, learn more on what you should be doing, right? And then that road that you think gets there takes a sudden split, and you can decide to go left, to go the wrong way, to keep trying. The definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, right? Or you can pivot. Okay, this isn't working for me. These are some things I need to change, right? Great way to think about this is specifically in health when you're going to the gym, right? Doing all this cardio all the time because you heard that, oh, I just need to do cardio to lose weight. And it works for like a month and a half, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm doing this and nothing's happening. Talk to a lot of people who've experienced this. Like it worked for a little bit and then it stopped, and I don't know why. So I just kept going and I kept going harder. That doesn't work. Okay. But they weren't going to know that until they came to somebody, they decided to learn more, they decided to figure out, okay, what do I actually need to do? Okay, because what I'm doing right now, it doesn't work. So learning that, having good work ethic, and being willing to change, that's part of the resilience that I talked about, right? Being willing to pivot when you learn new information. Okay. That's why continuously learning is super important. Because if we don't, we just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and nothing changes. Of course, we're going to get frustrated. Of course, we're going to drop off. Of course, we're not going to achieve our goals. It's not because we don't want to. It's not because we lack motivation. It's not because, oh, it isn't for me. No, it just means that you need to try something different, right? So now, this is just a few things that I want to give you guys to actually apply this into your lives, especially this champion mindset. Okay. The the first thing everybody talks about, like, oh, I need to wake up in the morning at this time and do this, this, and this. Your morning starts the day before. You need to have a planning session, whether that's weekly, whether that's daily. You need to know what you're going to do the next day, the night before, right? And when you do that, you're able to plan, you're able to say and envision in your head, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this. These are the times of day I'm going to do it. And you're going to be prepped and ready to go. So you're not waking up in the morning like, all right, groggy, what am I supposed to do today? Oh, well, forget about it because I'm too tired. Plan your day the night before. Know what you're going to do every single day. Okay? This is something that I'm going to incorporate in my life, specifically this next point, which is practice, gratitude, and reflection. There's been a lot of studies when it comes to gratitude, when it comes to like being grateful for what you do have, how that brings more of it into your life, right? That is the law of abundance. We reap what we sow. If we're constantly focusing on the things that we don't have or the things that we don't like, we need to address those things. But if we reminisce, if we continue circling that through, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not resilient enough, I'm not blah, 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 then that's what you're going to be. Those things may be true, but what you should focus on is the things that you need to do. Okay, I'm not here yet. I'm going to change and get here. Okay, so that is the next thing. And the way to change that and to upgrade your mindset is to practice gratitude. You may not have everything that you want, but you can. Focus on the things that you do have, that you are grateful. And then when you start doing that, that trains your mind to actually see everything that you do have. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm only grateful for this, this, and this. And it's like, well, actually, this is pretty cool too. I like this as well. All of a sudden you're going to start noticing things that you're grateful for. And when you practice that gratitude, all of a sudden you realize you're a lot closer to your goals than you thought. This is something that I'm going to practice. And the the recommendation, like looking up different things about this, is like about 5 minutes or so a day. You can write it down, you can go through it in your head. I would suggest both. For me, it like the actual, okay, thinking about it and writing it down just gets it in there. Having a gratitude journal that you can either do like, first thing in the morning or at night or both. Like, why not? Why not do it 2 times a day? Okay. So, sticking along that lines, I got three more things for you guys to help cultivate this championship mindset. And the other one is going to be learn something new every single day, right? Whatever your goal, whatever your specific vision is, learn something towards that every single day. Focus on that. YouTube videos, TikTok. We have no excuse. We have zero excuse, zero for not knowing how to do something. I'm going to give you guys an example. I needed to change the battery in my car recently. I'm not a mechanic. Okay. That was just something that I never was like, something's wrong. Just take it to the store. And I'm I like, I just need to do this. Like, it is not that hard. I went on YouTube, found a video on how to do it, bought what I needed, did it. Everything works great. and I would have wasted several $100 doing, maybe they could have done it in a shorter amount of time, but it would have been hundreds of dollars. And instead, bought the parts that I needed, did it myself. I'm not a mechanic still. I'm not going to claim that, but it is super, super important. Like, you have no excuse to not learn new things. You have no excuse to not learn how to upgrade your life. There's so much knowledge out there. Okay. And if you're like, well, I don't know if it's going to help me or not, do it and find out. What do you have to lose? Right? Do it. Try it. Learn new things. Try new things. See what works for you. Okay. We got two more. The other part, and this is something that you can do in the morning, is do hard thing. One, not hard things, one hard thing first in the morning. When you are planning your day the night before, figure out what you need to do for the day. And it's like, okay, what can I do that's going to be super helpful? What can I do that's going to be um like the most beneficial for me in the day? If you hate reading, do reading first thing in the morning. If you haven't worked out in a long time, I'm going to go on a walk first thing in the morning, right? Find things, specifically one thing you can do every single day that's hard for you until it gets easy, then change it up, right? Choose the hardest thing about your day. Again, when you're planning the night before, do it first thing in the morning, right after your gratitude. Okay, I'm going to do something that's really going to push me today. Okay. When you do that, when we talk about mental toughness, when we talk about championship mindset, how much easier is your day going to be if you're like, I already did the hardest thing I could have this morning. I spent 15 minutes in an ice bath. My day cannot get much worse than that, right? Like, pick something that's really, really hard for you first thing in the morning, do it. Okay. And then the last thing, and this is really, really important too. If we do all of these things and 6 months down the line, we're like, what happened? How did I get here? Did I actually accomplish what I wanted to accomplish? You need to track your progress. You need to track and pay attention to where am I at, right? That's why it's super important. Going back again, why we need to have specific goals and specific things that we need to do. Okay. It's when I work with people trying to get their health under control, just a general goal doesn't work. It never has. Those are the people that quit the most. And so I dig and I dig and I dig and I say, you like, what do you look like in your head 6 months from now? How do you want to look like? How do you want to feel? What do you want to be able to do? Give me specifics. And it's not for me, although it's helpful because then I know how to help them, but it's so they have a very specific goal and then I keep on top of them about it. Okay, are we on track to our goal? No? Okay, that means we need to change. That means we need to pivot, right? That helps you not waste time on things that are not working. Okay? Have an accountability partner, have somebody like me as a coach, specifically when it comes to your health and fitness goals, that is able to help you do that. Or if you want to do it yourself, track. Okay, this is my weight this week. All of a sudden I stalled out. I haven't lost 5 pounds for 2 weeks now. I need to change something up. Learn, change it, go from there, right? So I really hope this was helpful. These are things that I am figuring out how to do right now, all over again. I have a lot of experience, a lot of things that I've accomplished that I'm incredibly proud of, but there are still a lot of things that I want to accomplish. There's still a lot of things that I feel I could do. And that's what I'm doing. Like, setting aside time to do this has been hard, but I love doing this. When I do it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this for sure, right? Like, eh, there's always going to be excuses. There's always going to be things that come up that try to throw you off. And it's not trying to throw you off. It's trying to see if you're actually serious about what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. So remember that. Remember that when things get hard, that means you're going in the right direction. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to ask real quick, the very end here. I know I scheduled an hour, but I go through things pretty quickly. Questions, comments, concerns. Is there anything that I didn't cover that you feel like is a really, I guess, powerful or a really good reminder of what a champion is, what a champion mindset is like? See the comments. I think I got to actually check on here because it's not. I only see one comment. Let's see. Guys got comments? If not, if I don't see anything here in a second, if not, that's okay. You don't want to type. I'm glad I'm back, guys. Glad I'm doing this again. I'm excited. I'm gonna be for those of you that are watching after, or those of you um that are new, I am officially doing my own thing 100% of the time. My schedule is wide open. I was training for a long time, decided to start a full-time job, and they had layoffs. And because I was brand new, I got the cut. And I'm like, okay, I can either look for another full-time job that I don't necessarily like, or I can do what I know I'm good at and do what I actually want to do with my life. And that's what I'm doing. So I am open for coaching if you would like to talk, if you would like to see, okay, these are my goals, what's going on. Even if you just want plans right now, I'm able to do customized plans for everybody as well. Reach out to me. Let me know. Let me know what you'd like to do and how I can help. There is there is so much that I have learned over these last several months. There's so much um I've really good and the bad that I would love to that I'd love to share with everybody. It's made me a really, really good coach. It's made me a way better person. There we go. See, now I can see the comments over here. Thank you, Vicky. What's up, Brandon? Yeah, dude, it's been crazy. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I have the opportunity to do this because I felt stuck of like, oh, I only have a certain amount of time a day. And then I'd sit there like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Right? So now I know exactly what I'm going to do, and that's be here for you guys and reach out and find as many people as I can that need help. So, again, if you feel like there are people that I can help or people that can benefit from being in a group like this, right, and learning more and getting better, invite them. Oh, I didn't forget to shave. Nah, man, this is uh this is on purpose. Miss you too, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. It's a little scary for a minute, but it it's not really scary. It's exciting. Like I'm able to do what I love to do. I've done it before, but I'm ready. I'm ready to help people to know help people the way I know I can in my own way, right? And the way that I do it is help you figure out what works best for you, right? There's a lot of things out there. There's so much information and there's so much crap. that is helpful, but it's helpful to some people, not to everybody, right? What I am an expert at is figuring out, sifting through the bullshit, and helping you figure out exactly what you need, right? I 100% am not perfect, but you don't have to be perfect. Surprise, you don't have to be perfect to hit your goals. What you need, to recap what we talked about, surprisingly, right? Discipline, figure out exactly what you need to do, right? Be resilient. When things get hard, when things seem like they're falling apart, that's when you know you're heading in the right direction. Okay? Continuously learn how to get better, how to grow, right? If you're not achieving your goals, it's because you don't actually know what your goal is. Figure that out. Be as specific as possible with where you want to be, how you want to look like, how you want to feel, all of it. Because you know. So focus on that. Okay? And then do everything you possibly can to get there. There's no time wasted when you're trying to hit your goals. But love you guys. I'm excited to be back. Expect more content coming out soon. I'll be doing this. I would love to be able to keep posting stuff every single day. I know there's recipes. I might be doing some cooking videos. I enjoy barbecue, so that might be something that I keep talking about. But yeah. So again, guys, hit me up, invite people to the group that you think this would help, and I will I'll be around. Be in the group. Reach out to me when you have questions. Not if, when, and I'll be here to help 1,000,000%. Let's get it, guys. Love ya. I will see you next time.